Welcome to Serenity Productions. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. I'm good. I'm good. Ooh, thank you for catching me. I was a little running into there. God, you're very hard to run into. I meant, like, physically hard. Like, ow. Oh my god, I've been looking for you everywhere. I am so sorry. I had no reception, and, well, no, it was totally I get it, but... Can I go first? Okay. Listen, I'm so sorry. My aunt asked me to help her with looking over these records. There's apparently a whole section of records that we didn't know about. So she's just been, like, poring over them for, like, the last, 2 weeks. And then tonight she just asked me to help her out with something really quick for her translation. And then, 5 minutes turned into an hour, and then, an hour turned into, 2, and I just couldn't get out, and then every time I tried to be done, she just pulled me back in, and then I didn't have reception, so I couldn't text you, and then when I got out of the records area, I looked at my phone, and then I looked and saw that you texted me and called me a bunch, and then it was way past the dinner reservation that we set, and I am so sorry. No, I didn't listen to the voicemail. I was trying to run and find you. Then I literally ran into you. What was the voicemail about? You were also running late. Of course you were, because that makes sense that we were both running late. I'm glad we're both finding this very humorous, because wow, we so wait, why were you running late? Oh, right, you had your first shadowing today. Who'd you get to shadow? Oh my god, Blanca? You got to shadow Blanca? She's one of the best the acquisition team has to offer. Yeah, she's amazing. I mean, she's incredible. She's actually holds the records for one of the, the acquisition member that has brought in the most people that have been rehabilitated successfully. Yeah. Mel's Hellhound has been trying to beat her for years, but she is, beyond exceptional. Oh my god, that's incredible that you were able to shadow her. Yeah, she's amazing. She's, one of the best. Just don't get on her bad side. She is a Wiccan. Yeah. But that's great that you got to shadow her, but what happened? Oh, you actually got to help bring someone in? That's incredible. No, that's amazing. That's totally worth missing dinner for. That's insane. You're just shadowing someone and you already helped to bring someone to be rehabilitated? That's incredible. That's great. Just hold on, wait, back up. They were in one piece, right? When you brought them in, they were... Oh, yes, that's exactly what... Oh my god. Yes. Your first caller, and you brought them in one piece. That's incredible. That's insane. Yes, I'm happy. I'm over the moon. Yeah, so then you were running late too. Did you just get back? Oh yeah, you're still dressed like you're going out to collar someone. Yeah. Oh, and... Well, like I said, I hadn't been planning on staying there, so I went in date attire. Yeah, I'm not really used to heels, so this is I feel like Bambi. Not very stable. Well, I think we missed our slot by like 4 hours. Oh my god, it's almost midnight. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I know it was both on both of us, and it was just not meant to be tonight, but I am still so sorry. We were looking forward to this for like a while now. And you got us reservations, and it was finally like the first night that we're able to actually go out together. And I don't have to like log you out as your handler or anything. We can just literally go out together. Thank you. Mel helped me pick out the dress. Sasha was busy with something, but she also approved. And then she lent me the shoes, which I don't know how Sasha can walk in these things. Yeah, they feel like stilts. Like I'm hooked up on stilts. Yeah. I don't know. What do you want to do? Are you still hungry? I mean, there's that Chinese place I took you out to last time. Yeah. Yeah, that one, the one that knows about us, the one that's run by the Wiccans. Yeah, that one. So we can order from there, get delivered, and we can hang out in my office again, or your room. Oh. No. There's nothing wrong with that idea. I've just never been in your room. No, I'd love to see your room. Yeah. Actually, hold on. Why don't I meet you there? And I grab a couple of things from my office, and we'll do an indoor first date. Yeah, I'd like that. Okay, then just give me like 10 minutes. Yeah, I know where your room is. Handler, remember? I know certain things about you, like where you live within the Institute. Okay, I'll see you in a few. Hey. So, remember that bourbon I was telling you about the other night? Yeah, I was able to get a bottle, so I figure, bourbon, Chinese food. Maybe? May I come in? Thank you. Oh, yep, here's the bottle, and... Oh, my coat. Well, yeah, I mean, here. Thanks. It's really nice. Yeah, I'm glad they upgraded you to the, acquisition suites. And they got you a single. That's incredible. Nope, I had no hand in that. You just got lucky. Yeah, no, this is really nice. And you got one of the balcony rooms. Oh, I'm so jealous. Yeah, my apartment does not have a balcony. I have a fire escape. Maybe one of these nights I'll take you back to mine. But I think we're good here for right now. Oh, yeah, we should totally order the food. Do you want me to order it? Yeah. Yeah, no problem. I totally got it. Here they are. yeah, I have them saved to my favorites. I take out with them a lot. A lot of late nights. Hi. Yeah. Yeah, it's Eve. Hey. Hey, Ming. Yeah. Totally. Actually, it's for 2 people today. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the usual, but, double order of the dumplings, double order of the egg rolls, double order of the sesame chicken, an order of the Szechuan chicken? Yeah, definitely the Szechuan chicken. And, hold on one second. Do you want the wonton soup? Like, I remember you really liked that last time. It's just, so you could have it in your fridge. Yeah, okay. And an order of the wonton soup. Yep. Yeah, and you could just have that delivered to the, institute, and then I'll run downstairs and grab it from your guy. Yeah. Cash. Yep. Okay, thanks. Yeah, we'll see you in a few. Okay, bye. Told you I order from there a lot. So, anyway, tell me about it. How did it go? Yeah. What? You're not getting shy on me now, are you? Come on, big bad. You just had your first caller. Tell me the story. Or at least if you learned anything. I mean, she did tell you about the ethereal plane, right? She didn't tell you about the ethereal plane? No, that's something that she should have gone over. Well, yeah. The ethereal plane is where everything came from. Yeah. It's where the first shifters came from. It's where the Fays live. It's where the first Wiccas came from. The ethereal plane. It's a plane that's connected to ours through holes. Like portals, the kind of portals that you probably use tonight to get around the city, but different kind of portals. And that's where the magic comes from that we use. Yeah. Yeah, we can go over there. It's just not really recommended, especially for like regular humans. But everything magical that is now in the mundane, which is where we are, came from the ethereal. Yeah. And there are certain ways to access that plane. Fays can open up direct portals, and so can Wiccans. And that's how they can get. And then the rest of us can go through them as well. Or we have to get runes. Yeah, that's how our runes work. Our runes are like access cards. When you activate it, you pull magic from the ethereal into the mundane. And that's how we can use magic. Yep. Fays have a direct line to the ethereal, to the core of that plane. So that's how they can access their magic. And Wiccans, in their blood, have keys to access certain magics. So they can't access all the magic, but they can access certain ones depending on their skills and what they're inherently born with. So some Wiccans specialize in healing, and some specialize in cursed and hexes. So different Wiccans have different keys, kind of, that allow them to access different parts of the ethereal. Yeah, she should have explained all this to you. It's kind of what people do. Well, we don't like to throw all this at you while you're in, your rehabilitation process, because it's a lot to take in. You're trying to learn how to control your wolf while also all this stuff is being thrown at you. So usually it's after the rehabilitation process that we actually start explaining the world to you a little bit more and how everything works. I've never been to the Ethereal. I think maybe Aunt Eris once, because her demon brought her. Oh yeah, demons come from the Ethereal too. Yeah. What we call holy water is actually from the Ethereal. It's blessed water from the purest source in the realm. And I think the reason why vampires, are, I guess, for better lack of a word, allergic to it is because I think it was a curse or something way back in the day. There's a ton of myths as to why that, burns them. Yeah. So that's our holy water. Has nothing to do with Jesus Christ or anything like that. Yeah, we're still trying to figure everything out too. There's a ton of myths and everything to go through, and even if you ask the oldest phase, they still don't really remember either. And the demons too get a little mixed up. Yeah. Oh, yeah, what else do you want to know? I can try explaining as much as I can, but I'm not a researcher, so I don't know everything. Yeah. The first vampire in the mundane came from the Ethereal, the first werewolf, the first shifters, the first fae. Like I said, everything comes from the Ethereal. And it's our job to keep the balance between those from the ethereal plane and those that now live in the mundane. And the board is very close with a kind of council that's over there. Yeah, it's really weird. It's a council made up of a bunch of different courts. Yeah, they run more like Renaissance-like over there. And run more, more modern, as you can see. Oh, no, technomancers are mundane born. Yeah, the first technomancer came out, I think, 30 years ago, when technology was really, kicking up even more, and the beginning of the internet and everything. And it just happened. And we're thinking it's because their parent was a really strong Wiccan. And that somehow it just happened naturally on the mundane. It was really weird, and that you're gonna have to go and ask them about, because honestly, I don't know. Like I said, technomancy is still very new, and we don't know anything about it. No, I told you I would tell you what I could. Like I said, I don't know everything. Oh, ha ha ha, yeah, there's some things that I don't know. Smart ass. Oh, here's something I know that you don't. Yep, the story behind the first werewolf. Yeah, it's a really old myth, and it's kind of sad, but all the old ones that I talked to actually say it's a true story. It did happen. You know what? I think Sasha's Vampire has a copy of the book. And it kind of explains why vampires and werewolves don't really like each other, on a instinctual level. Yeah, I can text them and I can have them run it over really quick. I think they should be available. Yeah, they're probably just starting their shift in about an hour, so I can definitely text them. Oh, food's here. Damn it. Oh, you want to go grab the food? Yeah, go right ahead. Oh, here's the... You're not gonna let me pay for this, are you? Of course not. Okay, do you have enough for a tip? Can I at least cover the... okay, you got it handled. I'm sorry. Forgot. Alpha. Yes, I do sometimes forget. Recently. Alright, so I'll text Sasha's vampire, and you can run and grab the food. Yep, totally. Really, thank you so much for this. I don't have a copy of this, for some reason, in my office. Yeah, totally. Oh, and that question that you asked before, Sasha's favorite tea is black, with hints of rose. It's like really hard to find, but if you go on the East End, you should be able to find it just fine. And there's actually a box of it in my office. Yeah, you know the code, right? Perfect. So just go in there, second drawer, down, bottom left. Okay. What? No, I'm smiling because you two are acting so civil. And actually, really cute. Okay, I'm sorry I called a pure blood and an alpha cute. Just, like I said, the tea is bottom left in desk. Okay. Yeah, I'll see ya. What? You two were acting cute there for a second. You had like a whole little handshake and everything thing. Whatever. We got the food. Can we go? Yeah, I got the book too. Just... Okay. Eating at the table? Okay, cool. So I'll set up the food. Do you want to pour out the bourbon? Yeah, sounds cool. Okay. Okay, so cool. Chopsticks or forks? Chopsticks. I knew you were a wolf after my own heart. Okay. And, ooh, thank you for the bourbon. I guess cheers to your first caller tonight. Oh, you helped. It's yours. I'm counting as is yours. Salud. Yeah, so this is the book, actually. I'm gonna put it over on your desk really quick, actually, so that way it doesn't get like any food on it or anything, because this isn't mine. This is theirs. Yeah, so. Okay. Now let's wait for the food. Let's dig in, because I'm starving. I haven't eaten anything since this morning. Yeah. Alright, so... Ooh, yeah, pass over the dumplings. No, I'm good with the sesame chicken. I don't really like spicy foods. And then... Ooh, yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so I can actually tell you most of the legend by heart, because, you know, werewolf expert here. Oh shush, let me toot my own horn for just a little bit. Okay, so the story goes that there was once a werewolf, at the time actually just a wolf shifter, and a vampire that were in love. Yes, I know, very, very weird. But wolf shifters were very different back then. Their packs actually worked like normal wolves, so there wasn't really an alpha, beta, omega dynamic. There was more like a father figure, kind of, or like a matriarchal figure, and they all kind of just followed them. They worked as a team. The alpha, beta, and omega rankings came along with the werewolf aspect. Yeah. So anyway, they're in love, and everything's going great. And they were set to be mated, bonded for life. And this is where the story gets a little iffy, because there's two different versions depending on who you're asking, from the werewolf side or the vampiric side. The werewolf, well, actually, let's start with the vampire. The vampire side will tell you that the werewolf cheated on the vampire with a fae. The werewolf side will tell you that a fae seduced the werewolf, used magic on them, and raped them. Either way, it's not pretty. So, the wolf ends up having this affair, or forced affair, depending on who you ask, with a fae. And the vampire finds out, and the werewolf apologizes over and over and over again and tries to explain the situation, and the vampire isn't having it. So the vampire, brokenhearted and feeling betrayed, goes to a Wiccan, a hex Wiccan that he knows, and asks her for a favor because she owes him one. He wants her to curse all wolf shifters and make them into monsters. I know it sounds a little extreme, but the guy was brokenhearted. I mean, this was the person he was supposed to be bonded with for the rest of his life. So he went and he asked for a hex. On the night of the full moon, the Wiccan cast the hex. And the wolf and everyone like her became monsters. Creatures that would just rip and tear into everything, and the first thought was hunger and aggression. And she became the first alpha. And she hated him for doing that. And ever since then, wolves and vampires don't get along. Wolves and Wiccans get along fairly okay. Wolves and fae, but wolves and vampires, like I said, there's an instinctual hate there. And I think that comes from that sense of betrayal on both sides. So that's why there are all these other animal shifters, except for wolves. You guys are your own type of creature now because of that. And there was another part of that curse. Werewolves can't have kids. That's why your curse is passed through bites and you turning into one. There hasn't been a natural born werewolf since the curse. And there probably never will be one. That's why when you find the very rare pack, the ones that have the established alpha, beta, omega, and that are trying not to tear into people, and that don't need the Institute to come in, and I'm putting air quotes around this help, well, you know, they don't have kids. They're all adults or teenagers. I mean, shifters have normal human life spans. Same thing with werewolves. So you guys will still continue to grow and get older. And I think you outlast us maybe by maybe an extra 20 years. Shifters do for humans. But I mean, it's pretty much, compared to everyone else, we're the closest in lifespan. So yeah. Is there a way to break the curse? I mean, myth says that if you go back to the place where the Wicca placed the hex, and a vampire and a werewolf commit an act of love together, and it can be any kind of love. It just has to be genuine and true and not forced. Then the curse will be lifted, and werewolves will go back to being wolf shifters again. It like I said, that's the myth part. I would like for it to be true. I mean, I think I'd be out of a job at that point, but honestly, it would be kind of cool to see werewolves getting a second chance. Especially if the wolf side of the story is true, and it wasn't her fault. The thing is, no one could prove it. I mean, anyone that saw it might have gotten tranced by the Fae. And the Fae could have tranced the right people. Yeah, Faes are tricky creatures. You don't want to end up on the wrong side. Which is why Mel's mom is always so cautious around Mel's dad. And it's also why Mel doesn't really speak to her dad. Faes really don't care about anyone that isn't a Fae. They just like to have fun. But anyway, that's the story behind the first actual werewolf. Or werewolves. Like I said, it's kind of sad. Yeah. But the best way to honor her memory is to try to be better. Is to try not to let the monster take hold, and instead to reshape it into a force for good. Yeah. I think that story is why I chose the werewolf division. I was slotted to go with Faes, and because of Mel, I kind of wanted to, but then I read the story, and it just made me want to make things right for her, for this wolf who was destined for happiness and had it all stripped away. Yeah, I'm a bleeding heart at the end of the day. I get it. You don't think it's... Thank you, that's very sweet. Alright, well, let's dig in, because the food is now getting cold. The bourbon has been getting lukewarm now. And I am starving. So, let's dig in, shall we? Oh, what? What is it? Come on, food's here. I mean, dig in. Food, right? I mean... What was that for? You don't have to thank me for joining the werewolf division. But thank you for trusting me. Okay, seriously, let's dig in. I'm now starving. Yeah.